Right, here we go, more E-type seat rail stuff. So now it's time to start taking these apart. I'm probably going to do these individually, purely because I don't want to fuck things up. You know, I get it wrong, you know, if I put this in the other, yeah, forget it. It ain't happening. So I'm going to get the spring out first. Big long spring hook there. Probably not going to come out that way. Probably there. Now I feel some edges there too. They're going to have to be filed off. Let's see if this comes out of here. I don't know. Yes, folks, I do not know. It's a long time. You love your long time, don't know how. So watch me struggle. Watch me get a face full of spring. And then go, nah, Harry, you shouldn't have done it that way. What you should have done was... maybe I should do this end. I can't see how because there's so much spring to come out. How else do you separate this motherfucker? I mean, that spring, that's got to have a hook on it, hasn't it? I don't know, because I've never taken one of these apart. So this is always an experiment. And we like the experiments, yeah? That was just for my friend Udo. Love you, buddy. Hoo hoo hoo. I don't think I'll be able to pull that out of there, will I? Will I? Would I? Should I? Could I? What do you think, guys? Shout at the screen. Gary, don't do that. Do this. Now look, I'm using the Gary attitude here. Some fucker put this together. I can take it apart. Tell you what, this is going to chip the powder coat when I put it all back together. Keep watching. You'll see what happens. This way you'll know in the future what to do or what not to do. Wow. It's got to be up and out, hasn't it? Right? Logically speaking, it needs to come up this way and then out that way to get the edge out. That is the theory. Yes, you know it all. I wonder if there's a video about this online. Some other poor sucker. Right, now if I tuck that out of there, because this hole is bigger, do you think I'll be able to push it out? Do you know what? I gotta try it. What am I gonna try it with? Okay, this could be a biggest mistakes. I have no clue what I'm doing. And again, I never do. Yeah, it's trying to find the angle of the dangle, isn't it? Huh? That's not gripping. Oh boy. This one's a challenge. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Maybe some straight pliers. Never was a fan of gay pliers. Oh crap. These pliers have lost their grip. I've had these since I was an apprentice electrician back back in 1968. These are my new American lineman pliers. Just don't seem to be able to get a grip. Get a grip, Gary. I don't want to end up with a face full of spring. That's the problem I've got here. Is there a way? No, there isn't. I was just trying to see if there's a way to perhaps move this lever so that the spring doesn't have that much tension on it, but it doesn't seem to want to make any difference. It doesn't seem to want to shunner, because that, you know, that puts tension on the spring there. I can still only think that it's this end, and I just haven't got the angle of the dangle right, maybe, you know, in here somehow. Yeah, because that doesn't want to come out. I am not going to be beaten by this bastard, I'll tell you that right now. I will win. So, Mr. Spring, give in now. Look at that, the way that comes out there, you think it'd go that little bit further. It's like your woman, they always, you want them to go just a little bit further. With you, nobody else. Do I need a flat blade screwdriver in there now? Okay, now I've got, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Okay, brute force ignorance coming up. Now, this is not the way to use a screwdriver. You might want to fast forward now until the bit where I'm bleeding. You saw that. Two things. A hose reliever and a big fat ass snap-on screwdriver that took some damage. But that got that hook out. That, I can't think of another way to do it. Now this, with some jiggery pokery, that just comes straight out. Now, this rail is stuck fucking solid. So, let's get my little persuaders. My little friend. Now, as you can see, this has been greased before, and that's, in one respect, that's a bit of a problem because it, yes, great grease, lovely, yeah, you need it, looby dooby dooby. But secondly, it gathers dirt. It's hard to know, in my book, what's the best way. When I've finished putting these together, and I've got to grind these flat now that I'm burring them slightly, I'm going to pack them, spray them, blast them with silicone grease, and then hopefully that won't be quite so bad. And of course, you know, this has been assembled and has been like this since 1964. And God knows what it's been through. It was a daily car then. It was used all the time. Nowadays, I want to say, unfortunately, it's not used as a daily car. I'm finishing my Mark II off, and when I've finished it off, I'm going to use it as much as I can, because I can't take it with me. That's what they're for. Use them. Don't be trailer queens. And I know my brother won't be a trailer queen with this. Alright, so now can I... good. Now I can get to this dimple pimple here and push the rail back the other way. Let's do that, shall we? Where is my dimple pimple stick? And my little friend. And flatten your dimples. Oh, I forgot to say, you might want to close your ears. Oh, I was above the hole. Wouldn't you fucking just know it? Damn it. All I wanted to do was flatten it. We'll deal with that later. Good God. Talk about fucking Murphy's fucking law, you Murphy fucking motherfucking son of a bitch. And if all goes well, the roller should come past. Well, you probably can't tell, but I'm just catching it on the edge there, but not this part of the body. Which is why I'm doing it so precariously. I tell you, these are really fucked up. God knows how that happened, but hey. 'Tis what it is. Don't you get in the hole. That's my place. I like to be in the hole. Right, are we past anything yet? Or I can get a roller out? Not yet. No. Can I just push it? Ooh. Now that should get me close. Ah, there we go. Now I should, here, be able to get this dimple down. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It doesn't want to go any further. Man, oh man, what a mess. Alright, but I won't be beaten. It's a little tight, but let's go for it. Oh, block your ears. Okay, that's pretty flat now. So, sheesh. Tap it this way now. Don't forget, when you're doing all this backward and forward shit, you're going to burr the edges, so you're going to need to sort that out. At the moment, I'm not too concerned about it. I've got so much work to do on these. They keep me amused for hours. stopped again, and why? This one's flat. And so what have I got flat? Need to get that flat. I've got that flat. Flat. Now, there's the point. Don't try and do this one. Because if you try and do this dimple, when you kind of put it back, you're fucked, because this is in the way. So forget that. Forget about it. So what I now need to do, Jesus, I want to get that roller there, but it doesn't want to come through. Let me see. I don't think I can do this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Where is my thingy? There it is. No, I've got a roller there, you see, it's in the way. See, this is a real pain in the ass. Oh, come on. No, can't do that. I've got to do that one. Damn it. All right, change of plan here, folks. I'm going to go in the other direction. Woo-wee. That's naughty. How do I get that? Crap. It's more awkward with this fucking lever in the way, but I'll get there. Right, finally now I can get to this one to undimple it, but I don't want to bend the fuck out of it. So hopefully with this socket and my little block of wood to hold it kind of level, I'll be able to flatten that dimple enough and get the roller out. That's the whole point of all of this fucking around. We're getting close. Right, that is now flat. So now my plan is to move this rail this away and the roller will pop out. It'll just pop out, won't it? Huh? Of course it will. Fuck me sideways. Fuck me anyway, please. It's been a while. So now, can I get this to go further? But I tell you, this is really burring up the edges on this. They're going to have to be ground out. There it is. I don't know if you can see it down there. There is the roller. That's what I've been trying to get to. This again is where this comes in handy. And get it in there, if you can get it in there, then you can lever the roller forward and then out. Now these rollers will need modification. I have discovered that and I'll explain that later. So that's good. That's got that roller out. So now what I want to do is get the other roller out. I've already flattened this. So theory is, and I can see the roller, it's in there. So I can try manipulating it down. Manipulating. Oh yeah, we're going to do some manipulating, mon. I don't think this is long enough. And it's getting caught. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to work. Just trying to get the roller to roll down. And get your finger out of there too. Let me tell you, what a fucking job this is. Come on, roller man, huh? Oh. Come on. There she be. I can see the roller. I can move her up a bit. Move her. Oh, look at this. There it is. Fucking hell. What a battle. Now this should just come out. Yeah, it'll just slide out, won't it, Gary? Yeah, right. Of course it will. Ah, there she goes. And this is what you're fighting against. Now, I don't know if this is Jaguar putting this grease in, or someone along the way has put this grease in. But, I mean, you can see there, that's where the rollers roll. And you can see where I flattened that one and I flattened that one. So that tells you how I'm going to put it back together. Next thing to do is get all of this shit out of here. And then we'll start modifying this. And when I say modifying, I'm just going to take a little skim off of this edge, a little skim off of this edge. And with the rollers, these corners bind. They actually bind up against the inner part of this sliding mechanism. So they need to be rounded off slightly, not terribly. Now, maybe when everything was brand new, it didn't need that, but it does now, I've discovered. It's the only way to make this work, and also reduce the diameter of the roller slightly. Don't go crazy, otherwise you're going to regret it. But that's where your rollers sit. Oop, get back in there. That's where your rollers sit, and they roll up and down here. And surprisingly, it's good if you get them both in the same position. And that's achieved obviously once they're all powder coated and lubed up, and then you kind of have to tap them down to get them into the right position. All right, let me clean these, let me degrease this shit, and then I'm going to come back to you. But first I'm going to have a sip of my gin and tonic. Okay, I have just put this in my degreaser, and you know, it's just a brush one, but this is what I want to show you that happens there. Look at that grease. Now that, yeah, with a hard rub I might be able to get that off, but this is what causes the slides to not slide so much. So you've got to get this shit off. Now I've got a sandblaster, so that may help, but that's not good even with a sandblaster. I'm just trying to look around at the moment and see what else. All right, I got some brake cleaner here. Let's see what happens with some brake cleaner. Yeah, that works nice. It doesn't always work, I'll tell you that. So brake cleaner and your wife's best toothbrush. If I could find it. There we go. Oh, well, there we go. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, come here. Come here, Amir. Give that a soak. Now with that done, I'm happy to go to the sandblaster and blast it. tricky to get in there. I'm just going to have to concentrate the blaster in down there because the toothbrush just, it don't want to go. Let me see, hang on. Well, that kind of got rid of a lot of it. Okay. Now in here, of course, you have the same scenario. Although, from what I can see, not so bad, but and the next phase for me will be take this to the sandblaster, blast it, then you know, get rid of these burrs, you know, which I've caused. But, you know, I wasn't meant to be taking this apart, but haha, guess what? I have, and I will. And a bit of welding spatter there that was original, and I'll get rid of that too. Tell you what, I'm going to push this out. I know you've already just got one video on the seat rails, and maybe you're finding it boring. But I've just spent quite some time doing this, so I want to get it out there before I forget about it. And then the next one I'll show you will be the reassembly. I think I mentioned it before, I'm not sure. I'm not going to do anything with this spring other than put the fucker back in. And you saw what a bitch it was to get it out. Now looking at this, I don't know if that, you know, because the angle of that was caused by me, but I'm gonna straighten it before I put it back in. I may need to apply a little heat here just to give it that little tweak. I'll let you know. All right, this one's coming out now. Get out in the garage, do some shit.